at the Olympics. And there's a whole team of these sports psychologists. And when I was at Ottawa U, they actually taught classes there, and they were going back and forth from the Olympics to teaching. So we got a lot of these like behind the scenes stories.
Mm-hmm.
But you can apply that to anything. Like, you have to be able to execute. If like one of the things that you've been learning is that there's lots of challenges executing, like developing a hotel, renovating a hotel, like here now, right?
Yeah.
And it's not things that you can read in a book.
No.
But you need to be able to execute. So you need to figure out, like, what habits do you have that are maybe detracting from your execution, or what things you can do more. And that's what you're talking about. And that's probably what you learn from like mentors over the years.
Absolutely. Actually, you know, I did have a chat with a performance coach of sorts. And one of the craziest things I figured out about myself was after failure, we all have failure. And after failure, you know, I would just like shut down, disappear for like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
And I've had multiple failures. I mean, business is business. You don't always win.
Right.
And after each failure, I would kind of go and just log off from the world.
Yeah.
And, you know, I carried a lot of guilt for that, because like I had a business from like 1923, you know, I did everything right and things still went wrong. And I was like, how the fuck? Like, I was so mad, so like upset with the world. And then, you know, hearing everybody else, they're like, oh, you know, you should have gone to school. All your friends are graduating and look what you did. You tried it, failed, da da da. And it was like, I needed to like just disappear and gather strength for my next attempt.
Right. Reset.
So I disappeared and I played a game I used to play in high school. I just like logged off 6 months of World of Warcraft. And in World of Warcraft, I built like the biggest guild on the server with like 350 members.
Yeah.
I was the guild leader. We used to just go around camping people, murdering people, just like all out, and like everybody played all the time. It was like a clan, it was like a family, it was like a bond.
Yeah.
And through this, you know, I didn't know until this chat, but I always felt guilty because I was like, man, I could have learned Spanish in that time. It would be so useful now. Could have done this and that and the other. And when I finally went back into the world after that, I always carried a lot of guilt with that. And then that also like prevented me from taking as many risks, because I was scared. I'm like, well, what if I fall into that again?
Right.
Until I talked to this performance coach. She's like, yeah, but this is your healing process.
Right. Exactly.
And she's like, you know, like if you break a leg and you can't run, are you going to be mad that you're not like doing like, you know, 40-yard sprints?
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
And for you, it just happened to be like, this is your release. This is your healing thing. This is how you express yourself. This is what you like.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. And when I started to kind of look at it, she's like, look at the positive. What did you get there? And I'm like, well, I learned how to manage 350 people back to this thing that you built.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, like, you're right. And that's what kind of inspired me. Like, okay, like the things that happened afterwards when I saw it, I'm like, dude, everything that I learned in that time, all the failures, all the trials, all the attempts, even though it's in a video game, is still translated to real life.
Yeah.
So when I had to fire people or get rid of people or hire new people or motivate people or inspire people, all of those things were already there.
Yeah.
As sort of like muscle memory, even though it's a video game, but it was still like applicable to real life.
Yeah.
Because in a game, like everything happens so quick. So I had so much of this experience very, very quickly, whereas I probably had it more than I did in the 4 years that I had the business.
Yeah. It's an interesting point, especially like for the future. It's like you can practice the thing that you need to get better at in any kind of format. For you, it happened to be on a game.
Yeah.
But you could do it in any kind of like visual format. It's like the basketball players that are visualizing throwing
race car drivers going through the turns. Yeah,
exactly. And it will give you experience so that when you have to manage a bunch of people in the real world, you have a comfort with it.
Yeah.
It's like also the thing, I don't know if you've ever heard this saying, like some of the worst things that happen to me are also some of the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And probably when you're 19 and 23, emotionally, it's more challenging.
Yeah.
But that's part of being mature and growing. And then when you take it like the next step from that, it's kind of what they do in business all the time. If a company gets in trouble and they're quote unquote failing, what do they do, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the next level, the future. I've been through this a couple times too, where it's like you get some type of setback or you take a break, And the way I always thought about it, what businesses do, and they restructure, and then they come out the couple years down the road, and they're a much stronger business.
Yeah.
And when you think about it that way, that's basically what you were doing, but you felt it more.
Yeah.
But if you think about it in like an objective way and you analyze it and you're like, okay, these are my businesses, what's working, what's not working, and then you restructure it, that's going to make your future performance better.